Fluorite is the best cryo and nature inflictor in Arknights Endfield. Here's what you need to know. For her kits, in short, her battle skill throws a bomb that slows the enemy, which isn't really that important, but it does increase her damage by 20%. Regardless, the majority of her battle skills' value comes from applying a nature infliction after the bomb explodes, so it'll be really good for applying multiple nature inflictions. Her combo skill can apply an arts infliction of the same type as the arts infliction the enemy already has, and that gets triggered when the enemy already has 2 or more cryo or nature inflictions. So this combo skill will be really good for last rites, since it'll help her reach her combo skill requirements of 3 cryo inflictions, and it'll be really good for increasing the potency of corrosion debuffs. But her combo skill takes a total of 40 seconds to refresh. This cooldown can be lowered with gear sets and by leveling it up, but at the end of the day it's still going to take a long time to use this combo skill again, so don't rely on it too much. Do you want to buy more Ori geometry to play Arknights Endfield with the best characters, but you don't want to spend too much money? Well, then you're just in luck, because here's what I've been using lately. Lubar.gg, the most affordable and safest in-game purchase discount platform on the market. Lubar.gg offers up to 26% off in-game purchases. Their in-game purchases are 16% cheaper than the official, and 10% cheaper when using their new users coupon. To save on your top-ups, go to lubar.gg, then choose a bundle, then log into your account in a single-use cloud device. Redeem the pack that you purchased in-game, just like the official top-up, then log out, and your data will be cleared automatically. Now, lubar.gg is trusted by other content creators like Storn and Seal, and that has a 4.9 rating on Trustpilot alongside a bunch of 5-star reviews. So if you want to save up to 26% off when topping up, go to lubar.gg by clicking the link in the pinned comments or description. Her ultimate does pretty much the same thing, but it can also immediately trigger any bombs from her battle skills. She also has a 20% chance of gaining arts damage immunity and a 20% attack bonus for 10 seconds, which will increase her survivability and damage. Thus, for an example of a Fluorite rotation with a main DPS like Last Rites, you can do Last Rites' rotation with Saihi. You can use Saihi's battle skill, then Last Rites' battle skill twice, and do 2 final strikes so that you can inflict 3 cryo inflictions, 1 with Saihi's combo skill and 2 with Last Rites' battle skills. After that, you can use Fluorite's combo skill or ultimate, then use Last Rites' combo skill, then ultimate. For her skill priorities, you can simply level up her basic attacks, because that's where the majority of her damage comes from. You're also going to want to level up her combo skill, because leveling it up reduces its cooldown by 2 seconds, which isn't that much. So if you don't feel like spending a bunch of your time gathering materials, well then don't worry about it. After that, you can level up her ultimate, then her battle skill, since they contribute to her sub DPS. For her gears, well, because her ultimate is one of her sources for arts inflictions, you're simply going to want to provide her with pieces that provide ultimate gain efficiency, like the Tidefall armor, the Lynx gloves, and 2 Redeemer seals. You can also use the Frontier set to reduce her combo skill cooldown by 15 seconds, because her combo skill is another one of her arts infliction sources. For her individual pieces, she's going to want the Frontier's armor tier 3 for a 10% secondary attribute bonus, the Frontier's Blight Res gloves for a 34% battle skill damage bonus, and the Frontier's Extra 02 tube for a 20% secondary attribute bonus. She's also going to want a Redeemer seal for some ultimate gain efficiency. You're also going to want these pieces because they all provide her with their main and secondary attributes. Thus, the Frontier set can be used if you want to focus on a balance between arts inflictions and sub DPS, since the combo skill reduction and the ultimate gain efficiency bonuses help her with applying arts inflictions, and the vast amount of main and secondary attribute bonuses and battle skill bonuses help her with her sub DPS. For her weapons, she's going to want the OBJ Velocious because it provides her with agility and ultimate gain efficiency. She can also use the Wedge because it provides her main attributes, 90% crit rate and a 50 plus arts damage bonus. She can also use the Clannable since it also provides her main attributes, a 60 plus arts damage bonus and a 16% arts damage taken debuff when the wielder triggers an arts reaction. She can also use the Opus the Living since it also provides agility, but it provides a 34% arts damage bonus, 8% crit rate, and a 20% attack boost whenever the wielder triggers an arts reaction. For your teams, they should look something like this: Yvonne or Last Rites as your main DPS, then Saihi, Snowshine, Estella, or Alish as your cryo supports, Fluorite as your cryo and nature inflictor, then Ardelia or Gilberta as your nature support. You're gonna want Yvonne or Last Rites as your main DPS because, well, they're incredibly strong. They can also synergize really well with Fluorite's cryo and nature inflictions, because /right wants cryo inflictions to activate her powerful combo skill, so that she can generate a ton of ultimate energy and apply a debuff that lets her do more ultimate damage, and Yvonne wants cryo or nature inflictions, so that she can consume them and apply the solidification arts reaction with her battle skill, and so that she can do a final strike to consume the solidification arts reaction to do a powerful final strike during her ultimates. Then you're gonna want Saihi, because she can heal a considerable amount of the active character's HP. She can provide a powerful cryo and nature amp with her ultimate and battle skill, and she's decent at providing cryo inflictions. She can also make enemies take more cryo damage for a short period of time. You can also use Snowshine, because she can act as the sustainer for the team who can provide protection and healing, as well as a cryo infliction when the active character gets hit while her battle skill is active, and she can apply the solidification arts reaction with her ultimate, which would be really good if you're using Yvonne. You can also use Estella, because she can apply a cryo infliction and a small AoE, and because she can lift enemies, which would be good for doing a bunch of stagger and for triggering the shadow reaction when the enemy has been solidified with something like Yvonne's battle skill, which will do an impressive amount of damage. You can also use Alish, because he can consume cryo inflictions to trigger the solidification reaction with his battle skill, similarly to Yvonne, and he can recover skill points rather than restore ultimate energy, but typically you'd rather consume cryo inflictions with Yvonne's battle skill rather than with Alish, because Yvonne really wants ultimate energy for her powerful ultimate, so Alish's battle skill will actually have anti-synergy with Yvonne, and even with /right, since /right doesn't want any of her allies to consume her cryo inflictions, so you should only use his combo skill and ultimate, which can also recover skill points and apply cryo inflictions. Then you're gonna want Ardelia, because she can apply the corrosion reaction without consuming cryo inflictions. She can also apply an art susceptibility debuff when consuming the corrosion reaction, in case you want to have both an art susceptibility debuff and a corrosion reaction on the enemy. And of course, she can heal by a ton with her ultimate and battle skill. You can also use Gilberta, especially if you're running Yvonne, because she can apply a nature infliction that Yvonne can consume with her battle skill. Not only that, but Gilberta can shatter the enemy with her combo skill after Yvonne solidifies the enemy with her battle skill, similarly to Estella. She also has really powerful grouping abilities that'll make life a lot easier against multiple enemies. She can apply an art susceptibility debuff, and she can heal a bit with her battle skill. For her potentials, her P1 provides 10 intellect and agility, which is a decent boost in damage. For her P2, it grants her a 10% chance to ignore art's damage, which will increase her survivability slightly. For her P3, it also applies the slow debuff when her battle skill explodes, rather than only to the enemy the bomb is attached to, which will increase her DPS significantly, because it'll let her do 20% more damage to multiple enemies for a long period of time. For her P4, it reduces her ultimate's energy cost by 10%, which won't be too significant, but it is pretty good that her ultimate's arts infliction is now slightly more reliable. For her P5, it reduces her combo skill cooldown by 1 second when a cryo or nature infliction is inflicted, but it has a cooldown of 1 second, so it'll increase her combo skill's reliability slightly, similarly to how her P4 increases her ultimate's reliability slightly, but make sure to space out your cryo or nature inflictions by at least 1 second so that you can make the most out of this potential. Anyways, that's it for today. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Goodbye.